My beautiful girlfriend Bree, say hello.
Hello.
Did an episode before on the old setup and everything else, but it kind of turned into an argument.
This is a take two.
It made you discover that you want to be a nurse.
This is what is for me. This is my path. And it just
awesome.
feels right. I'm showing you guys what I want to be.
Yeah,
I'm not there yet.
That's what we're doing.
I'm
just
genuinely
try.
just like trying to speak into existence like what it's my goal mindset.
Super Bowl this year, she made this insane Oreo dip.
I'll give you the recipe. This is a secret recipe.
We have camera problems, so very frustrating stuff, but we are back, and it is about, what time is it? It's about 9 at night in the new podcast studio. I'm with my beautiful girlfriend, Bree. Say hello.
Hello.
And we've been trying to set this up for literally like an
2 hours.
hour and 2 hours. I get all these new cameras and everything else, and keeps overheating, turning off, and thought I fixed the problem, but we're about to start, and the camera overheated again. I don't even know if it's going to go up because...
Chris, when they see this, they're not going to even know that you were doing that for 2 hours.
No, I know. I like filling them in on everything.
Okay.
But we tried,
Right.
and Tony's back there, and he's going to tell me if it shuts off again. Hopefully it doesn't. But we're back. We are in the new setup. Tony cute to the far away camera so everyone could see it. And it's actually funny. This is going to be the first full episode with the new setup because I did it with Dennis, who was like the first person on the first episode. What's so funny?
I don't know.
What? But bring your mic a little closer to your face, by the way. Tiny bit. A little further. That's good.
Good?
Yeah. I just
Okay.
don't want to be too far away. But the camera overheated with Dennis, too. So we just chopped it up into reels instead. But now I am with my beautiful girlfriend, Bree. Say hello.
Hello.
And we did an episode before on the old setup and everything else, but it kind of turned into an argument. So I was like, maybe we shouldn't post
This is a take two.
Basically.
We're hoping that we don't argue this time around. I don't
No,
think we will.
won't. We won't argue.
We're not going
But it
to.
wasn't even like, it wasn't like a full argument. It was kind of just like
Just
talking.
butting
and-
heads.
Yeah, butting heads. But now we're here. Bree is the guest on tonight's show. Because it's no longer today's because it's late. But we're here. And I'm trying to think what we talked about last time you were on here. We talked more about like relationship, everything else. But I want to center it more of like just you being a guest on the show.
Okay.
Because I feel like we'll talk about a relationship too. But I mean, usually when a guest comes on, I ask them about everything else, do a little background on what they like to do and their hobbies. And Bree is currently in school for nursing. So I know it's a big passion of yours. So I'm just curious, what made you discover that you want to be a nurse?
Honestly, I don't know. I just since I'm little, I always just knew I'd be a nurse. I don't know. My mom's a nurse. That's probably why. I always looked up to her. So maybe that's what caused it. But me to want to be a nurse so bad. But I don't know. I think I just kind of knew that this is what is for me. This is my path. And it just feels right. Now that I'm in school for it, it feels right that I'm in school for nursing. And I'm excited. I have 8 months left. And then after 8 months, I'll be a nurse and I'll be happy. And I can get real money and,
Well, Bree's working hard because she drives over an hour every day to go to school, and she's in the accelerated nursing. So it's basically like everything all at once at the same time.
basically take 4 years of nursing school. Usually it takes 4 years, and then they cram it all into 15 months. So it's a 15-month really rigorous program. Tony's all the kid.
Tony starstruck.
But yeah, so it's basically 4 years of school crammed into 15 months, apparently. But it's very manageable, and I think that everybody should consider doing nursing. If you don't know what your path is or you don't know what you want to do, I think that you should consider going into nursing if you don't get queasy with blood, and you don't even have to, even if you don't like blood, you still could do nursing. There's so many that's the beauty of nursing. There's so many different paths you can go down that don't have blood, and there's so many different types of nursing, and I feel like it's always a good decision to make to be a nurse and help somebody. So I love nursing profession. I think everyone should do it.
There's a main takeaway, guys. Respect the nurses because they work really hard just to become a nurse.
Just
and
to
then
help
after
people.
that, they work even harder.
Exactly.
So there's a lot goes into it.
I'm a big fan of the nursing profession. I think everybody should do it.
Yeah, they were the heroes during 2020, during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still heroes now. So much respect to nurses. We love you
Thanks.
guys. But besides nursing, which I know nursing is basically the majority of your time right now because you're in school and everything else. But when you have a little bit of time besides hanging out with me, what do you like doing to take your mind off it? Because I know it's a lot. It's a lot of work.
I like to cook.
Yeah,
a lot.
That's what I was leading to.
I like to bake bread a lot. My new thing right now, my new fixation is those Dubai chocolate bars.
So good.
So good.
So
and
good.
I'm gonna try. I have like a list in my phone, and I'm gonna try different combinations. Like I want to do the cookie butter one I saw. I did Nutella. So good. Did you even try it? So good.
I saw the video. There's your
I want to do like a
on
peanut
it.
butter and jelly one. I want to do like, I don't know, so many, like an Oreo one, so many different combinations. And it's my new fixation. My last fixation was sourdough bread. I'm sure it'll come back soon when I have more time. It's very time consuming. Whereas a chocolate bar, you kind of just mix the ingredients and then you put the chocolate mold in the freezer, put the good stuff, the filling inside, freeze it again, and you're done. It's quick. So that's my new fixation during nursing school. And then hopefully after school, I can go back to the bread and all the fun stuff. But yeah, that's what I love to do. What else do I do?
Well, the Dubai chocolate's really good. Well, it's kind of bringing me to, like, Brie loves to cook. So the Super Bowl this year, you made, like, anything you could possibly ask for, she made. We had rigatoni vodka, chicken cutlets, buffalo chicken dip. She made this insane Oreo dip where it's basically a football.
I shape it into football.
Just
like,
you explain it because
so
you would explain it better
basically, you
than me.
mix together. I'll give you the recipe. This is a secret recipe. So basically, what you do is you mix together. It's cream cheese. I'm forgetting already. Cream cheese, powdered sugar. What else is it?
Little chocolate chips for the outside.
Yeah, we don't mix it in. Okay, I think you mix those two first. Yeah, I think it's just those two things. You mix those together first with the like the handheld mixer thing, just to get it all fluffy. And then after that, this one more thing. I just can't remember what it is. Then you take the Oreos and you take chocolate syrup and you mix that in too, crushed up. And then you put it in the freezer for a little bit. And then when you take it out of the freezer, it's easy for you to shape into a ball, like a football shape. And then you cover the whole thing in chocolate chips, so it's like brown like a football. And then you can also draw the laces on it with the white frosting or whatever.
It was so easily like top,
So good.
top
You dip-
2 best snacks of all time, and it's not
You dip
2.
apples in it. You could dip Nilla wafers in it. You could dip more Oreos in it, pretzels, anything you want. You could dip in it. And it really is so
I'm like
good.
double scooping Oreos.
Just eat with a
throwing
spoon
it
if you
down the
want.
hatch. I usually consumed like 10,000 calories a night. Actually, that's not true. Usually I do, but for some reason, just because the Chiefs played so bad, I was like eating and I'm losing my appetite because they're playing so bad and this and that. But usually, because I'm gonna say,
See, I stress eat though.
the reason why I'm saying this is I know Jake watches the podcast and he was calling me out saying I wasn't eating enough. So I didn't eat 10,000 calories, but I ate a good amount. It was really good. But it was a little bit of everything though, because the Dubai chocolate, that's why I brought this up. Because Dennis, his sister, with a kid, came over, and
looked
that was
good.
like the first time we had actually was the bakery when we bought the ingredients for
And
the
it wasn't
Super
even
Bowl.
that good. Oh, we're talking about
like the commercial brand one.
the one that
like,
we bought the
Yeah,
Italian
remember
place.
we wanted to try it out.
So if you go in store and you buy these chocolate bars, it depends on the brand, I guess. But like the ones in store packaged aren't as good. Like I don't know. It's like it's drier. It's not like what's it called? The katafi. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's
Like the
whatever.
brand?
No, the inside of it, the filling, like the.
Yeah, I always thought it was like pistachios. Well, there's pistachio
No, it is.
cream.
It's pistachio
Yeah,
cream,
okay.
and then the katafi. It's called. I don't know how to pronounce it. And basically, it's just like phyllo dough, and it's like shredded phyllo dough. I don't know if you know what phyllo. It's like the thin, crispy dough that they use in like a lot of Greek dishes and like I don't know Mediterranean. I guess I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's what they use. It's very crispy and crunchy, and I feel like the commercial, like the brands in the stores and stuff, they don't have like that like crunch you're looking for. It's kind of just boring. I don't know.
Always need a good crunch. I'm
Yeah.
a big guy with like
Texture.
I swear. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm telling everyone this. I think of food. We all love food. I think of food like an art, though. I'm a big guy where it's like if I'm gonna make a sandwich, like cold cut, say, I need the right proportions of everything. So like the bread's got to be this amount. The turkey has to be like 60% of the
Maybe that's
sandwich.
OCD.
No, but maybe. The cheese has to be like 20%. And it's like everything has to be the right amount. I can't just load it all up. Like I can't put all of the amount of cheese all in on turkey. Like it has to taste like where there's a hint of cheese, mostly turkey, and the bread.
Like you're saying the ratio.
Yeah, but it brings
has
it to
to be-
texture too. Because if
Right.
I'm getting like Chipotle or like halal food, I love like
Mixing
lamb
it
over
up.
rice, chicken. Yeah, but I have to get like lettuce and cucumbers because like as I mean the lamb, the rice, I want like that crunch, like the crunch.
He likes the crunch.
Yeah, from the cucumbers, the lettuce. I don't know what it's about the texture. Like when I got COVID and I lost my sense of smell and taste, whatever. I couldn't enjoy the foods, but I still went for the foods that had like good textures to them.
Yeah.
Because I was like everyone's like, oh, like just eat healthy, you can't taste, but not really true because I'll still go eat that chocolate chip muffin from Dunkin' Donuts because the sugar on top.
This is a great point for my mom.
Yeah, the hard sugar on top, like the texture when it hits your tongue. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I love good muffins.
Right?
Tony agrees. I'm serious, but that's like with your mom.
Yeah, so my
you know.
mom, she had surgery and she completely lost her smell and taste forever. And so she always, now like Chris and her thing is like texture is a big thing because like now that's the only thing she really can get for like out of the enjoyment of food is like texture. So she likes to trying to think what she likes now. Like
She was telling me how she likes to eat something because technically like spice isn't like the taste, so she can like not taste it, but
she
feel
feels
it.
it.
Like feel the kick
she
of
used
it.
to hate spicy. Like as soon as she ate something spicy, she'd go into like a coughing fit. And now she's like, "Can you give me the spicy mustard out of the fridge or anything spicy?" Like she'll eat wasabi now because she doesn't have any taste at all. So like the little taste, the little like feeling or sensation she can get in her mouth is what she looks for now. Or like she likes like I'm trying to think. Like cold like from the sushi place, like the lettuce is like very cold, and she likes that. Or like Caesar salad, she likes the crunch. It's like, so, yeah. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
there's
Like
always beauty in food, even if you can't taste it. You can always like feel.
Food, yeah, food is still art from the way it looks to the texture. Obviously, taste is the most important, but you lose your taste, you still have all these little trickle down factors that you don't realize make the food. But like when I lost my taste back in like 2022. I was at a dining hall eating lo mein, but I still ate the lo mein. I didn't just eat broccoli because the texture of the lo mein. Yeah, like
you also
Chinese.
know like what it is, what it tastes like.
Yeah,
like the memories in your head of what it tastes like, even though you can't taste it.
No, literally.
And the texture and like I don't know.
I mean, I love food. That's the thing. Like we always try to eat healthy and be a diet.
It's hard when you're together because it's like, oh, you're happy and like you're just like, oh, screw it. Like,
well, the problem is what we've both realized though is like making plans with us, other people, socializing. We were just talking about before. Food. Let's go out to dinner. Let's let's grab a drink. But that's still essentially you're trying to be healthy. You can't drink too much either. But it's always just like going out eating, talking as you're eating, trying out these foods, talking about the food. It's a big networking kind of thing.
That's why I feel so bad for my mom because now everything surrounding life is like food. Like she'll go out with her friends and like it's like, oh, let's go to this place. I heard it's so good. Okay, who cares? She can't taste it. So it's like, honestly, if it's one thing you take away from this podcast today, it is don't take your taste or smell for granted because honestly, like. You don't think it's like really like sad or like a big deal until like it's actually gone forever and like you can never get it back. So enjoy your food. If you have issues with food and stuff like that, like try to just embrace food instead. I have an issue with it. I have issues too. We always count calories and worry about this and that, but don't take food for granted because you never know when you'll lose it. When the taste, So
and that's the thing. It kind of teaches you to honestly like don't take food for granted, but even the little things you have in life, like damn, like I gotta go walk to the bus station today, but like
you're lucky you can go.
Be appreciative you can walk.
Or you can go to school.
Like stuff like that. It's appreciating the little things.
And I struggle with that bad. Like sometimes I'm like, I don't want to go to school today. And like I'll complain. And then my mom will text me and say, I'll complain to her and she'll say, she'll put like a little star like to like correct me and she'll say, how about instead of change your mindset and say, instead of I don't want to go to school, say, I'm grateful I get to go to school. Yeah, and that's the truth.
No, mindset's a huge part of life. Like it's wiring the way your brain works and functions. Like I said, like we're preaching all this, but trust me.
Oh, I am
we
the last person to
we
preach.
Don't got this down to a science.
I'm always feeling like I'm negatively talking and like I'm not genuinely like I need to work on it. That's why I'm talking with you guys about it. I think that I take a lot of things for granted, and I think that I want to try and change my mindset. And instead of thinking of everything so like, I have to do this, I have to do that. Like, you know what? I'm grateful I get to do my laundry in my warm house. I'm grateful I get to go to school every day and get my degree. Like, I'm grateful I have to go to the gym and work out even though you don't want to. I'm grateful I get the opportunity. Some people don't have legs. Some people have disabilities. They can't do these things.
That's the thing too, because it's like something with like, and I don't like getting political on the show at all, so I'm still not, but it's so about like we're in America and it's like we're in America right now.
We're free.
Younger
We're
people on a podcast out of our own interest. Like, it's always like, I realize, especially with the country, but it's any country. Like, you're always complaining about something wrong with the country. Like, used to be better, this, that, and this. And like, I've had a conversation with a friend who doesn't live in America, and he lives in another country. And he was telling me how, like, I'm basically explaining to him, like, yeah, like, you know, big, like, politics and how everyone's thinking about the country and like the complaints what people say. It doesn't matter what side. And he's looking at me and he's like laughing. He goes, you don't even understand. Like, we all look at America as like paradise because like you guys have these problems to complain about, but like we wish we had those problems.
Exactly.
Because that means we're in that better spot. Like, he's like, we're like a third world country. Like, we're like I said, we're in a podcast studio because we just want to do a podcast and have fun. We're free here.
Yeah.
So like, I get it. There's always reasons, it's this case for America, to like, all right, we got to fix this and that, but we can still appreciate that. Like,
you can complain and get upset
We
about
could do
certain
this
things,
right
of
now.
course.
Yeah.
But there's also things that you could also like just try. At least what I'm trying to do is just like look at the other side of it too and be like
glass is half
someone
full.
in yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like someone in like a different country who is in in poverty and like just like they wish they could sit here right now and be in this position right now, and they may never get to have that opportunity. So it's like just like little things that like you just like grow into in your life. Like we were talking about this yesterday, like we live in like, and we have like nice things. Like you live in like just not even nice things. Like just having food at your dinner table, like you expect it. Like, you know, like most people just like, I don't even think most people get that
No.
luxury. It's a luxury, honestly. And so like some people have to worry about like when's their next meal coming, and like we just like, at least the way we live, it's like they expected to have dinner at the table, and some people just, they don't know if they're gonna get their dinner, you know. So it's like
100%.
if you look at it that way, like the glass half full. It's
Yeah.
a better outlook.
You should always just appreciate what you have, because it's
That's
like,
my goal for
yeah.
this. It's coming.
But just
Yeah.
and it, I'm trying to think of like a good example that happened to me, but it's almost like when you, like every day you wake up and it's like this feels like the same routine every single day, and it's like you get up, you go to school, this and that, but like even like, you know, like getting injured or something, and like this is like maybe like your brother can relate because your brother plays for college baseball at Sacred Heart, and it's like everything you take for granted until like, you know, like one time I got like a shoulder injury, or even better, I had a back injury, a lower back injury, like a stress fracture in high school. And I played baseball. I wasn't going anywhere with it. It was just for fun. But it was the example of that, like, you know, I took for granted I can go and play baseball with my friends and have something to do at night. And I can go work out. I can sit down pain-free, drive. As soon as I hurt my back, like every single day of my life, it hurt to sit down. I couldn't drive without severe pain. I couldn't work out. I couldn't play baseball with my friends. Even in school, I would sit and my back would swell in pain. And as soon as I was thinking, I'm like, people take like even your health for granted. Like being able to sit down.
Like a
I
minor
remember,
injury, that's
like I
like-
always think like I sit down now and like the feeling I used to get in my lower back, and the worst part is you don't know if it's ever going to get better. And thank God, like it did get better, and God willing, it stays better. But it's
Yeah.
like the perfect example of like things you would never ever think that you are taking for granted, you still are.
Even like with like getting sick, this is such a like
Yeah.
whatever. Like you have a fever for a few days and you're just so sick, like with the flu or like whatever, strep or like whatever. And like you are like sitting in bed like, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever. Blah, blah, blah. Like you don't realize how much and then when you get better, you don't realize how much you appreciate feeling better. Like being able to like actually go and do your laundry, like feels like, oh my God, thank God, like I feel better. And like you don't realize it until like you get sick, and then you're like you can't get up and like do your normal things that you usually complain about until you're like really sick on your deathbed.
That's
you know
the
what I'm
worst.
saying?
When I'm lying in bed and I'm
just
so
like,
sick, I'm like, the fact that like a body could feel like this, I'm like, this is like what, like
And then how-
when you're
how-
better, you want to like just
How
go and
grateful,
do everything.
how
Yeah.
thankful do you feel once you're better?
Uh-huh.
It's like crazy.
It's a lot of things, but just appreciate life, because
It's short.
like I said, we're not nowhere perfect with this, but if there's anything I have
Far
learned.
from it. I'm just like I'm showing you guys what I want to be.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
That's
Like,
what we're doing.
I'm
Just
genuinely
try.
just like trying to speak into existence like what I want my mindset to change to, because it's nothing like that. It's my goal mindset, and my goal, like I want to flip around and stop being so negative.
Yeah, literally
That's what I'm trying to do for Lent.
just literally
Replacing the
be-
negative with positive.
Yeah. Just be grateful for what you have. it doesn't mean get comfortable. You can always try to accomplish more and more and more, but still look back and appreciate what you have now, and really sometimes try to live in the moment. Because I feel like a lot of people always either look at the past or look into the future, but they don't just appreciate where they're at right now.
Exactly.
And it's like, take a step back, look all around you, your friends in your life, your family, everyone's here right now. So stop for a second, pause, stop thinking about where you want to be in the future, stop looking back on the past. Just live in the moment. Don't got to do it every day because, the work week, everything kind of feels like automated that you keep going. But, you're walking down the city in Manhattan to your finance job or something, and you're like, damn, I got to go into work. And it's like, all right, but at least like Saturday, I'm off. But then you're thinking like last week, oh, but I got called with all this work and I couldn't go out, so I don't know if I can. Just appreciate you're walking the city. You got a job. You're taking in the atmosphere. Yeah, taking the world a little bit. And then be like, all right, it could be worse. So let me just go. Let me work. Let me have positive attitude with everyone else. I don't know.
The thing is, everyone is always waiting, like me myself included. Like, come on. Everyone's always waiting, like, oh, I'll be happy when I do this, or I'll be happy when I do that, or I'll be happy when I move out, and I'll be happy when I get married, I'll be happy when I have kids. Like we're waiting to be happy instead of just being happy in the moment. Like we're constantly waiting for like, oh, as soon as I move out, when I graduate school, I'll be happy. And when I do this, like realistically, you're never going to feel satisfied unless you're just living in the moment.
Yeah.
And like this, just appreciating what is like right now. Cause like it can be changed in a minute.
100%.
And like, yeah, I talk to a lot of elderly people, especially like, being in the hospitals for school and clinical and all that. And I feel like a lot of the times, like I'll always hear someone older tell me like, hey, like just enjoy life. It goes fast. It goes fast. And I feel like even before I like entered middle school, high school, all that, like people, the grades before me would say, enjoy every moment. It goes fast. It's in a blink of an eye or like whatever. Never believed it. And now here I am, like post-grad college. And I mean, now in like a nursing program now, but it's like I never believed anybody until I'm like, how did I get here? Like how are we already here?
It really is crazy.
And like before you know it, we're gonna snap our fingers and we're gonna be 80 years old and be like, how did we get here? And then we're gonna regret. I know we're gonna regret not living in the moment though.
Back there.
It's true. It's really true, and we're gonna regret not living in the moment. And I that's why I'm hoping I can get it together in my head before the time comes where I regret not living in the moment and enjoying things and stop looking at things so negative, instead turning my outlook positive. I'm really hoping I can get there before 80 comes and I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, you will. I mean, it really is crazy because it's like, I feel like yesterday we were just going to Sacred Heart.
I feel like I was 16.
Yeah, like we were just going to our college where we met and we were making friends, and it was like your biggest worry was like
getting your assignment in by 11:59.
And I would say I even talk about back then, like in high school, like your biggest worry was like, who's having a party this weekend? Like, where are we going?
Yeah.
And now it shifts to then college. All right, I gotta get my assignment. It's still like, all right, like where are we going to have fun?
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like my biggest worry is like shit, I gotta make money and support myself.
I have to support a family.
Yeah.
I have to pay taxes, like stuff that you never.
Yeah, like it's tax season. I'm about to do my taxes this week. I was in high school. Fucking taxes.
Yeah.
Taxes.
Like
I don't do taxes. I'm still young.
I still don't even know how to do any of that,
know.
and honestly, like it's kind of scary.
Yeah,
because there comes like what age do you learn? Like
I will say, high school, and I know there are classes. Like my high school, I had a good teacher.
Nobody actually. I feel like nobody actually.
Yeah, it's hard, but when you're young and a kid, you don't understand
grasp it. Like
I think college.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I'm a teacher in the school, and teachers don't teach any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I wish they did.
Yeah, I would say it's more important, and I will say when I was in high school, I forgot my teacher's name, and I kind of feel bad. She was a nice teacher, and she was your teacher too, Tony. But I don't really remember. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what her name was. But I kind of feel bad. She was really nice, and was her name Taft? Maybe
what subject?
Miss Taft. Taft. I don't know. I don't know if I should say that.
Say her name on this.
I don't even think that's her name.
Oh.
But basically, she taught a class. It was an elective. It was about finance, taxes, writing checks. And I listened. I was actually interested because I was young, but I was like, you don't really find a class that they teach this. Like, there are so many people in our generation that don't even know how to write a check, honestly. And they don't know. What?
Home economics classes.
Yeah, it was something like that. But like how to write a check. How to file taxes you haven't accounted for.
I feel like we should have left college at least knowing that. And
like knowing what a loan is, or like what interest is, what's an interest rate.
Like basic things,
What's
basic
an
terms.
entrepreneur? Like stuff like that. It's like these are real life things where it's like you need to know, and like kids might get in trouble just because they don't know.
They
Like
don't
someone
know,
might not
it's-
file their taxes. They just genuinely
Yeah,
don't know what
exactly.
to do. Like I feel like the generation before us is more educated on that. I'm not saying they were taught it, but
It's just
back then was
different.
different. I don't know what it was, but it was more like exposure working at a younger age.
So
and
it's not
everything
technology
else.
confusing everybody. It's kind of just like you get the
Yeah.
paper in the mail, you pay it, and that's it. It's kind
That's
of
the thing.
different.
Technology, it's very cool because we're able to do
It's-
stuff like this, but it could be
So
scary at
much
the same
to
time.
it, and there's just
AI,
so it's so complicated. I feel like you
yeah,
know.
100%. But yeah, I think they should definitely add some cooler classes, and I think it would make it more fun for all kids. Like, there's some kids that are
Actually
born
want
with
it.
specific set and skills, and like the side of your left brained or right brain, whatever.
I'm right-brained.
Yeah, like you're more creative thinking, or you're more like what's the other side? I don't even know what the
I
other
don't
side
even
is.
know. I
But
know.
anyway, it's like
It's like
If you're lefty, you're right-brained. If you're righty, you're left-brained.
I think a
That's awesome.
great analogy though, and it's from Prince EA. If anyone
Oh,
ever
I know.
what you remember
Yeah,
that guy?
yeah.
I used to watch him like long time ago. He was like famous, but he used to say like you can't if you teach a fish to climb a tree.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that
it will
video.
it'll spend its whole life thinking it's useless, and it's basically saying if you're teaching someone or anyone, like making them believe that they have to know this specific set of skill to feel like they're important or like valuable in life is a horrible way of teaching, because like this kid might be set to become
It's basically like set
a great singer.
realistic goals
Yeah.
for people. And that's
Yeah.
basically the message. It's like
based on who they are as a person.
like how could a goldfish ever climb a tree? It just doesn't make it. It just doesn't.
Yeah, it's like you have to be able to succeed in the environment you're made to be in. Like you can have like a kid who doesn't know his whole life that he's a great singer. In his whole life you're trying to teach him how to be a boxer and a fighter. So you're a failure because you can't become a fighter and boxer. But this whole time, if he went on a different route and realized that, hey, I have a gift that I can start singing, and he became famous. It's a very interesting take, because there's kids out there in high school that even drop out or don't pay attention because they think they're not important because they don't know how to do calculus. I didn't. I
That
failed.
was me.
I didn't fail, but I was damn close.
Yeah.
And I know you guys heard my cheating story about other stuff in high school, but it's no joke, because it's like, I feel like adding more classes for kids might keep them more engaged with classes. I don't know. That's my take. Do what you want with that. Who's ever going to listen to this? But I think it would definitely be interesting, because I would definitely pay attention more if, there was more, like, imagine classes like
I wish
this.
there's more like classes where I wish the model, like, I get it. There's certain things we have to learn just because we have to for basic like developmental things. But I just feel like there should be more of a choice, I think, because people are self-motivated. Like Chris, like he is not somebody that like wants to sit 9 to 5 like in an office job. Like that's just not something that he would thrive in. He'd fail. I mean, I don't think he'd
Yeah.
fail, but for his happiness,
be hard.
for happiness purposes and like just like living his full life, like
Yeah.
he'd fail because he. I mean, I don't. I don't
No,
mean
I
to
agree,
actually fail.
because it's-
but like
yeah.
he just wouldn't live life to the happiest and the fullest because that's just not what he thrives. That's not his environment. That's just not who he is. Like he's more of like a self-made, like gets self-motivated based on things he's interested in. And I think most people are made that way. Yeah. So you can't
Yeah.
be forced to do something you don't like. And like I feel like a lot of people, I feel like it's just I don't know.
No, I 100% agree
I
with
just
what you're
I just
saying.
feel like there should be this. Oh, what I was saying. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So
all right.
so what I was saying is like, I feel like the schools should change it up a little, where they have like a list of classes, and like I mean maybe like in different categories, like math in one category, but it would be like 20 different types of math classes you could take. Like maybe you could take one that like uses visuals, or one that you just like to kind of get the
Yeah.
students engaged, and like since they get the choice, maybe they'll be
It's
more
still
willing.
like problem solving. So you're still
Yeah.
using your brain to
That's what I
figure
want you
out
to learn
problems.
probably math for and stuff, just like
Yeah.
for those skills. So I feel like if you get the choice, if you're a student and like maybe if I got like a choice on classes more and like could choose kind of like, I feel like it would just be better because it'd be something I'm interested in, not just like, oh, I'm forced to learn this and algebra 1 and 2 and how to find an area of a triangle. Like that didn't do anything for me. I don't need
Yeah.
that as a nurse, or so it's just kind of like. I wish they would give more of a choice because people would be way more driven, way more motivated. I think people look at school and are like very intimidated by school a lot of the time because they didn't excel in things that we're forced to learn. Instead, like the model could be changed and they could pick things they want to do, and that way they're more motivated and like they succeed. And then once they succeed, their confidence shoots up, and then like they live a successful life because they're confident. And I don't know. I think they should teach kids how to have self-esteem and be confident in school more than anything, because that's what drives you to believe in yourself and make decisions for yourself and be successful, in my personal opinion.
No, I agree. 'Cause it's almost like you love nursing. So imagine putting you in a completely different
Like
profession
if you put me
It
into
would
like
change
a
your whole outlook.
financial job, immediate no. Like immediately no. Like, if you put me in nursing, like I've never excelled in school. Really, I've always been like a B student, even C student. As soon as I got to nursing school, I've been killing it in nursing school.
Star student now
And
because you love it.
And it's because I like it.
There's
It's
passion
because I love
behind
it. It's not because like it's not because I'm like I wasn't smart or this or that. It's just because I genuinely like it and I'm like engaged and like and I want to do this and like I know at the end there's gonna be a final end result of me being a nurse. Like what I've wanted to do forever.
Yeah.
So like I feel like they need to focus on that more of a model where kids are working, or students in general, just working towards what their personal strengths are, not just like a set
100%.
curriculum for everybody, because everybody is different. There's no, sorry, I'm blabbering on right now.
No, I mean, this is
That's
what
what we do on a
podcast is
podcast,
for. I
right?
100% agree, though.
Yeah.
Like, you should,
It should be customizable
Yeah.
to somebody's likes and
like you were
strengths.
saying, like, and like my only honestly time I've had like a 9 to 5, that was like an office environment, because I was a car detailer. Like during COVID, I've always had kind of like the business, like I want to work for myself mindset, because I feel like if I work for myself, I'll get things done, because I know every little thing, every
Put
piece of
into it, yeah.
effort I put in goes to myself, my personal growth, and my own success, not towards someone else.
Right.
That was always my biggest mindset, and I never liked not feeling like that. I feel like I was wasting my time. But I first kind of realized this and it was tough because during COVID, everything shut down and we did nothing. And I was like, all right. I sent to my group chat with my friends, I'm like, anyone want me to clean their car? I had a power washer. I had the right stuff. My dad has his own car care center. He's a mechanic, auto repair, but he sells used cars. So we've detailed with him before. So I knew how to do it. It wasn't like just let me try. But it was let me try and figure out and perfect it, because I didn't know how to do the wheel and everything else, but I knew the basics. So I'm like, come down to my house. I'll clean your car for $20. Just a few of my friends came. It kept me busy, and I was making money. And before you knew it, I posted on Snapchat, and I was like, hey, like doing details for your car is $30. Full inside out, very cheap price where I knew people would come. But I also knew I'd be in the profit from like the supplies and everything. I made it cheap enough for people. I knew people were going to be home and be like, honestly, what else am I doing right now? Let me just go get my car cleaned, get out. And before you know it, every day, it became a full detailing business. Then I created packages. So I did $30. I'm like, that's really cheap though. Now I'm getting a reputation. Every day I'd post on Snapchat, I'd spam my story. People who knew me back then, my story had like 50 stories a day of cars, angles, everything else. People sign up like, all right, the hype's getting to me. What slots do you have? I started making time slots, calendars, dates. And I'm not an early bird at all. I'm really not. I'm a night owl. But I started waking up at like 7 a.m. because people before work would drop their cars off. Before work, they'd leave the keys in my mailbox or something, and I'd come out at 7, bring it out. They get home be done with lunch break, pick it up, or after work, whatever. And I really just started learning like business, working for myself. And I knew every time I would want to wake up every day and go to work, because I knew I was working for myself and building this detailing brand I was so excited about. And I started making like diamond packages, gold packages, silver packages. Then I started learning how to do real details. Now I'm charging, from $30 to now $200 detail, $250 depending on the car, even $300. And I'm just learning, but I'm working hard. It's manual work, but I learned that it's like I liked something about knowing I was working for myself. I would get out of bed as soon as the alarm went off. I wouldn't hit snooze on the first ring, which is crazy for me because I'm not like that. I would get right up. I'd go right outside and I'd get to work, and I was excited to work. And I knew right then and then, I'm like, I'm going to college because, you should still get a degree. And, I don't like saying have someone to fall back on, because you never want to fall back. Kind of want to fall forward, and like, don't feel comfortable with, like failing and knowing you have a plan B, but just God forbid something goes wrong. It's just nice to have a degree.
It's nice to have plan B. That's like,
so
yeah.
I went to college and, I started in accounting, and it wasn't really for me. So I switched to finance, and I still realized it wasn't really for me. What I connected here was that I just didn't like working
for
a
anybody
9
else.
to 5 in a cubicle. And like, I know no one, like there's a lot of people who don't like it. And it's like, yeah, me too. But it's easier said than done. It's very true. But I just slowly really tried to figure out like different avenues that I could explore and see the best way I can do to try to work for myself and do my own business. And, you know, people who know me know the sign behind me, Goblin Gear, is my business now. And there's so much more work to do. By no means have I made it in life, but I'm proud of myself for being able to even try to pursue this and be on this journey to become an entrepreneur. And
You are an entrepreneur.
yeah, and be my own kind of boss. It's just how I always was. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of anxiety that comes with it, but that's a lot of things. But I always have, even with all like the hardships of doing this route, I wouldn't trade it for anything, because
It's teaching you stuff.
the first 9 to 5 I ever had in a cubicle was an internship, and they were great, like great people, everything else. I had a great time doing it, but I just realized that I just didn't really like the office, and it wasn't their environment. Their environment was honestly great, like it was awesome, but I just didn't like not working for myself.
Tony, sleeping?
So fell asleep. Oh. But yeah, I mean that was my rant too. But if there's anything to take away from stuff like this, it's like, you know, stay on the path that
Works for you, personal. It's
Yeah.
personal to you. Don't follow. I mean, yeah, like your parents are important, and like you should listen to your parents, because a lot of the time they do have your best interest, but at hand, but at heart. Is that at hand or heart? I don't know. I don't know the
I
phrase.
think at heart.
They have
Interest
your
at
best
heart.
interest at heart.
At
Yeah,
hand,
that makes
probably the
sense.
same thing.
Wow.
You know what we mean.
Yeah. So I think like, yeah, of course, take your parents' advice, but like, if like you have an interest and you're passionate about something, like just go for it and try, because you want to be happy, and like everyone's more motivated when it's something that they genuinely are interested in. So they need to have something that drives them every day. And so I think that having something that you're passionate about is the first step, and then after that, that's all the motivation you need is your passion for something.
I would say too, though, and I feel like this is a big problem people do too, is it's always either one or the other. Can't be both, which is not true, because the reality situation is it's like, hey, like, yeah, like I would love to go pursue my dreams, but like I need to get a job and make money. I can't wait 2 more years to try to make my life happen. And I agree 100%, but it doesn't mean you can't go work your 9 to 5 and then on weekends after work. A lot of success stories you'll find out is that they had these 9 to 5s because
Yeah.
they had to live. They had to decide they couldn't be on the streets. And
I've
some
heard a
people
lot
were.
of stories like that.
Yeah. So it's never like, you don't just have to be like, all right, if I'm working 9 to 5, I chose my route, I can't do anything else.
You
It's not
can always
true.
change it. You just have to.
It's from 9 to 5. You
get
still have
stability
from
first.
5 p.m. to
To 5 the night- the night the next-
8:59. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Like you still have time if you really want something. And I promise you, if you're genuinely good at what you do, and that's part of like the overall goal you want to accomplish, and you know what you do is quality stuff, then there's absolutely no reason why you can't make it, because the skill's there. Now it's just following the steps to just not to keep going and give up. I'll tell you the truth, this podcast I already stopped doing. And that's why we started a whole new episode, and look, everything's different. A new couch, everything else. And it's funny because I don't mean to make this all about myself, but I'm just kind of like ranting here. But it's like, wow, like I did a podcast, I only did 3 episodes and I just stopped. I mean, granted, I was busy. We all get busy, but it's like, I'm like, all right, like let me really see if I just keep posting every day a reel and post a full episode every week to see what happens. And listen, if you fail, you fail, but you still learn a lot from even failing to implement it to your next success goal.
I agree.
It's not over till you die.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always a way. Make the best of what you have. But yeah, I feel like I was talking the whole time.
No, I'm
I
falling
don't want
asleep.
to. Yeah.
What time is it? 9:19.
How long have we been going for, Tony? Like 30 minutes?
41 minutes.
Woo!
No, yeah, we're done here. I think.
We'll do one more topic quick.
Oh.
I want to talk a little bit more about you because I feel like I just stole like 10
we
minutes.
did a lot about me.
I know. But
Sitting in this stiff position after a while kind of gets.
I know. See, this
I'm like,
couch.
I feel like I'm like this.
Is the
What?
camera still on?
Yeah, it's still on.
Well,
It's still on.
listen, it's a Sony A7 Mark IV. One of the best cameras you can honestly get. That's why I'm surprised it overheats, because we have the other Sonys that are great cameras too, but they're like the little brothers.
They don't care about the camera, I don't think.
Nah, I'm just explaining.
Anyway,
I'm explaining why I was frustrated
I'm being
to
honest with
start.
him. I think it's good to be honest with your partner. That's the last topic.
Oh, last
I
time we
know I
talked
could
about
sound.
this, we got
I know
into
I
a
could
fight.
sound. I know I could sound a little bit mean and a little
She's
bit
not
harsh.
mean.
I could sound mean and I could be judgmental and like I have my opinions. I definitely have my opinions. Very strong opinions.
Oh,
but
for sure.
it is out of love, number one. And number two, I'm just honest with him. Like, if you sat here and talked about his cameras, would you guys really be interested? I just don't think so because I'm falling
Well, there
asleep.
could
just
be
listening.
some camera enthusiasts.
Maybe,
Tony's
and if you are a camera enthusiast, would you want to listen
There
to
he
him
is.
talk about cameras though? Honestly,
I mean, it all depends what kind of person you are.
like
Damn
wouldn't you just
right.
wouldn't you just
Damn right, brother.
all right, fine,
If you're
all
not
right.
into technology, like, then it could
Like
work.
you can't just Google it though,
It's
like you know.
subjective though, because everyone has something that interests them. And
Yeah, I agree.
Stuff that doesn't interest them.
I agree, but I don't
well-
know. I think that. Oh, sorry.
No. I was okay. That's just why people have asked me like what I want to make this podcast about. And I just say anyone that has something interesting to talk about.
Yeah, like honestly,
Come
it's
on.
free. It's just
I
like
don't
a
want to
free.
limit it to anything.
It's like basically just a normal conversation, just recording it. We have no set idea of when we come in here, and it's kind of fun that way because it's weird how like the.
You want me to look up?
I don't even know. What do you want to look up?
Oh no. I was saying if you want to know about cameras, can you just Google it? You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
But
I could, but maybe someone's watching this right now. It was like, damn, like his podcast shit looks cool. Like I
They're
know this
watching
kid
it.
from school. How the hell did he set this all up? Now you know. Go
well, they can
copy
comment
me.
that below, and then he'll give you all the deets.
I don't think anyone's commenting on the YouTube, but one day.
Ask them to drop some kind of comment below.
If you did watch it and you got to this exact point right here without skipping ahead, comment below. Goblin gear, fear the goblin. Fear the GG. And if you did
Hell
get
of a
this far,
promoter
then
right
thank you
here.
so much for
Hell of a
listening to this.
We're
Because
not
I'm
done that. Not right. I want to circle back to what you
Oh.
said quick about being honest with your partner.
Oh, being honest with your partner, we're in love because we're so honest with each
That's
other.
right.
And I could be really mean and nasty, but I really don't mean it. It comes from a good place. And I know that he'll appreciate because I know it's like when the friend asks you, what outfit looks better? Like, I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah,
will.
well, I
I think
do
it's important.
believe you should end up marrying like someone that is your best friend, and you become best friends through your dating relationships, everything. Like when we first met each other, like sometimes you just click with people, but even if you don't,
We clicked.
yeah, we did. But some people don't click, will still get married. But as you're dating and everything else, like you learn, like you become comfortable. You shouldn't put on like this
Sorry.
mask to be like with your partner, and not completely different, like with other people. Granted, a little things are different, of course, but. It's like you should always be yourself. If you guys like this, you know what to do. Subscribe, something. Maybe I'll become the next Joe Rogan. Who knows? Probably not. But hey, there's always a possibility.
Switching roles.
All right. He's been waiting for this moment too. This is the man that controls everything. He's gonna get his own episode though. He's gonna get it. The problem is
Bree's
he knows
behind the camera
he
now.
knows production, so I
Yeah.
need him in behind. But I'm gonna try to rig up a camera and he could talk more. We got a black current behind him, but he'll get his own episode. But what's up, brother?
What's going on, man? It feels so
Anyway,
weird to be
that's
from the
it.
camera.
We're cutting it here.
All right.
He's a great kid with a great heart.
I'm
He
like
will get
Freddie
it.
Benson. I'll
I don't wanna-
occasionally like come on frame once in a while.
Listen, I don't want to pick his mind now because you're gonna have your own episode. We're gonna get into deep dive with you, which it could be very sooner than later because I'm down. If Dennis can come in and do it, he knows what to do. He's trained. But anyway, guys, you know the
Trained.
deal. If you liked it, do the
Bree
thing.
should be out here for the outro.
Yeah, it's
Come
fine. She was
on.
on it already.
you guys. Thanks for listening to us.
This is basically like a post-credit scene here. But anyway, guys,
Just make
thanks for coming
the
out.
Camera's on Chris.
Is it on me?
Yep.
It
Okay,
is?
cool.
She knows what she's doing. Anyway, I love you guys. We'll talk to you
Yeah.
soon. We'll see you next week. Peace. End it with Tony. Cue to him.
Yeah.
Give him the outro. I'm done. Now hit camera 3. Can you see the wide angle?
The buttons?
On 3, like the big button that says 3.
Press 2.
Okay, it's on 3.
Okay.
It's on 2.
Well, keep it on 3. Keep it on 3.
Okay, both of you.
Yeah. This is it. This is the setup. Appreciate the rug, everything else, but that's it. We'll see you later.